Gaming Morning Show.
Things put on pancakes and rhyming bear intros. Austin confused about whose sister married the bros. In the UK, dooley-doo tugs on our heartstrings. Gaming Morning Show is one of our favorite things.
It's Paul. It's Paul.
Ah, who are we kidding?
Pumpkin spice and fall. Paul.
We all know our favorite thing is the season of Paul. Pumpkin spice latte time! Besides the tasty drinks, the weather is cooler.
We get the most time where it's cooled off, but it's not always rainy. Sometimes it's rainy for part of the day, but then it dries up and it's just a nice, cool, cloudy day. I like that.
There's football on.
Man, did we have a great football weekend. Both of our teams performed to the tippy top of their tippiest top of performance, and boy, football is fun.
That's gotta be enough for all of the hosts of Gaming Morning Show, right? Right?
Okay, so when Club Penguin changed, they changed everything, they got more mainstream, and I wrote them an email. And I was like, it would be really nice if you guys could go back to the way things were, because the original Penguins, we really miss it. I speak on behalf of all of the OG Penguins, and we all are really upset. Print, you've changed, man.
You're the Lorax for Club Penguin.
I was. I speak for the Penguins.
Well, penguin begins with a P. So, happy Paul, everyone, from all of us at GMS. Broadcasting live from Redner's Rescued Cat Figurine Museum in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
When Sean Redner told his wife, Hillary, that he wanted to turn their Wisconsin home into a museum of cat figurines, she had a predictable response. We're gonna do what?
We'll do that some other time, huh? Okay then. Broadcasting live from the same places they've been since 2020. It's time for Gaming Morning Show.
morning. Gamer, welcome into this Gaming Morning Show. Thank you for being here. We're excited. Look at our faces. Just so much excitement. We can't wait to tell you what we have on tap for today's show, but what we can tell you is what we have on tap for today's show. Because coming up, we have the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News, birthdays, this thing. We really do kind of do that at the beginning of every show. It was disingenuous for me to allude that we were going to do anything different.
It's true. It's true. It's kind of the norm. It's part of it.
It's almost like this show is built on some semblance of like a repeating, recurring format.
We should think about lining up certain parts of the show with certain like times. Keep it consistent.
Like have some marks, maybe.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at right now. That makes some sense. How about I don't know, 6:25 a.m. Pacific time? We do some Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News.
I'll be around.
Okay. Ooh, that's good because as far as I know, you know more about video games than I do.
Sometimes.
Okay. Not going to do your oral history of Mortal Kombat today.
No, and it's Apex Day, but I'll let you talk about that tonight.
So excited. We'll tell you about GMS Tuesday nights. It is Apex Day. Loba's finally even more valuable. Get wrecked, those doubters in this world. What we can tell you is also we're going to have 2 interviews today. It's going to be a very good day. First at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time today, we're going to talk cozy games with Whit Fuller from the Daily Utah Chronicle. Very excited about that. The Chrony, as you can find on social media. And then at 8:20 a.m. Pacific time today, we're going to learn about a Kickstarter that a Twitch streamer I've been watching for a very long time, I want to say, introduced to by, hey, it's Brendan, ambassador of the Final Hour crew. I'm like 99% certain. And that is Awkwardish Panda. We'll talk to Panda coming up in the final hour and learn about the Kickstarter Fiends of Fairwick, and also learn a little bit more about Awkwardish Panda's Twitch streams as well. So that's coming up 8:20 a.m. Pacific time. Today. It is, in fact, Tuesday, February 14th, 2023. Not only Apex Legends Day, but of course it is Valentine's Day. So, Sean, will you be my brother-in-law Valentine?
You bet.
Aww.
I wore my Valentine's Day shirt. It's red.
That's the red one. No one saw that coming. Oh my gosh. What a surprise.
Also grabbed a heart mug for the day. Because it's Valentine's Day.
What other surprises do you have in store for today? My gosh, you are thematic.
I think that's it for the show, but my wife made pink Rice Krispie treats.
I do like Rice Krispie treats.
They're pretty tasty.
They don't like dye.
In them.
They don't dye like your mouth pink, because that's the worst part about like food coloring.
Just turns your tongue pink.
Oh really? That's not good. Look, it's a pink tongue. You've been eating all the Rice Krispie treats. All right, I like the pace we're at already. Good morning. It is nice to see I am JF Downs in the chat. Thank you for stopping by.
First,
open things up. Abacus Apothecary. It's good to see you as well. Nice chat to you and Drew Mega this morning.
nice chat.
Going to be lurking whilst working throughout the course of the morning. That is absolutely understandable. We are designed for you to enjoy on whatever platform you want, as well as with whatever level of engagement that you want. So please sit back, relax, and we'll try to entertain you for 3 hours today on Safer Internet Day, Valentine's Day, Extraterrestrial Culture Day, Frederick Douglass Day, Gold Heart Day, International Book Giving Day, International Quirkyalone Day. That's one word, Quirkyalone Day. League of Women Voters Day, Library Lovers Day, Madly in Love with Me Day, National Black Literacy Day, National Boone Day, National Call-In Single Day, National Chance Day, National Christine Day, National Condom Awareness Day, National Cream-Filled Chocolates Day, and National Donor Day. And we're still not done. There are more days of the day than that. You can find them in the description on Facebook Gaming and or on YouTube.
To celebrate International Book Giving Day, I got a book for you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It's the Arvin's famous method for trombone.
How did you know I wanted Arbon's famous method of trombone? I've been working off of Arabon's famous level, and I think I was busy trying to play trombone with trees.
No, you gotta go to Arbon's.
Wait, isn't Arabon like birds or something?
Probably.
That's probably avian. Whatever. I have a dog.
Jim?
Do you want my book about a dog with a birthday party hat?
You can't give that to me. You need that.
Well, I do like this. Let's do birthdays coming up at 6:50 this morning. Later this hour, we'll tell you a story of a lost dog that walks 10 miles to a shelter, rings the doorbell, but there's a specific reason why it chose that shelter. That's coming up later this hour. Next hour, asteroids enter Earth's atmosphere, creates a light show over the English Channel. So we have those stories coming up for you. Plus our topic of the day. Get ready for this. What is your favorite fair or carnival ride? Because today is National Ferris Wheel Day. So do you have a ride where if you go to more of like the generic fair or carnival, not, you know, I don't want anyone to be like, oh, I love this ride at Disney World, right? Because there's one Disney World you can go to, but maybe in your state fair or some sort of carnival, there's sometimes, if not oftentimes, a Ferris wheel. What other kind of rides do you happen to like in those kind of settings?
I'm looking through a list of fair carnival rides to remind myself.
Yeah, hit us.
I think
hit us with some, because I think that'll help everybody.
Yeah, I think some of my favorites, even when I look at them, I'm like, oh, I love that. But then I think of the last time I rode rides like that. It didn't go as well as when I was a kid, but it's all the spinny rides, like the Scrambler. That's where you have like a pod of like 3 or 4 cars and it's going around, but then it's attached to a bigger thing that's also going around. So you're just doing all these like crazy circles. I used to love rides like that. And then one of my favorites, I don't know what it's called, I don't even see it on here, is another one that goes around in circles, but you're in like a car and it's going around in a big circle, but it's going up and down. And then halfway through, they go backwards and then it goes forwards again, you know?
Yeah.
That one was a lot of fun. Not as much fun as an adult. Feel a lot sicker.
At first, when you said spinny, I thought you said skinny rides. And it's like, Sean has a rule. If the ride is like wider than this, not going on it to save his life.
Yeah.
Spinny rides.
Spinny rides. But also the pirate ship that Apothecus hates. I like that one too. That's just the pirate ship that goes back and forth. That's a good one.
I like the sound it makes, because it makes this like...
Yeah.
It's kind of soothing whilst also being insanely terrifying. Is the centrifuge, that's the other thing that Abacus mentioned, is that kind of like the one you were talking about where there's this one and then this one?
No, I think the centrifuge, and Abacus, correct me if I'm wrong, is the one where you go inside of it and then it spins and it like pushes you to the walls.
Oh, we called those the Gravitron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Optimus Prime's big nemesis.
And then the ones that are like spaceship themed usually have an angled wall so that as it goes faster you slide up the wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never gone into any of those because there's been too many stories of people puking on them, and because you're... Oh, my PlayStation crashed right at the beginning. Oh, wait, no, it's safe. It's fine. You weren't worried. I was worried. Wait, that's exactly what happened. Never mind. I panicked because it gave that noise like it was going to crash again, and I was like, no. Listen, it has a lot of data on it right now. It has to install a hefty Apex Legends update here in about 4 hours. So it's getting nervous. My PlayStation's having performance anxiety this morning. Everyone be quiet. Best school celebration ever. It's always great. So yeah, I've never wanted to go on the Gravitron because I was always afraid that someone would puke and then it would swirl about the cabin. Because you know how it wouldn't be a direct hit because we're spinning. So it'd be like a little bit of puke spray for everyone. And as much as I don't, in general, prefer getting puked on, I'd prefer to like have the lowest amount of chance to get hit with a direct hit. But this also will indicate to you all, I haven't gone on a lot of the like notoriously like pukey fair rides. Like isn't it the zipper where you're in like a cage and then you start getting tipped upside down whilst it goes in like an elongated oval motion?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't know if it has. This is the problem with fair rides, right? We already proved it with Centrifuge and the Gravitron. Like fair rides have different, terms depending on which fair you went to.
Right, right. We need pictures.
I get a feeling someone's interested in making sure they explode everybody.
Yeah.
Right on cue. Good morning to King Gray. It's good to see you. Breakfast tacos for the second straight day. It's good to see you. If you haven't already, you're invited, y'all, to get a bingo card. Go !bingo, and we have one for every single hour. Good news, typically wearing red from Sean and me wearing this hat are often on the first hour bingo card. So if you'd like to get a head start, you might be in good shape.
A head start because it's a hat.
It's a hat. My actual answer to the question is the Ferris wheel. I do really like the Ferris wheel, and just like you said earlier, it's not one of those rides that has gotten worse whilst I've gotten older. It's actually just as fun to ride, whereas I used my favorite ride when I was a kid was what I called Turtle World. And it was actually the Tilt-A-Whirl. And it's one where you'd sit in it's almost like the teacups, but you'd be like in a half seat holding onto a bar. And then the more that like you leaned your weight, the more your car would spin whilst the ride is also spinning.
A ride that I still enjoy. I like the drop feeling,
Yeah.
And so the ones that are basically just you get strapped in, you go up really high, and you drop down.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of those still.
There's one in Vegas on top of the Stratosphere, right?
Yeah.
I've never done that one because I think it overhangs like the whole city or something like that. There's a roller coaster on top of New York that when I was there the first time I did. And that was kind of cool because there were certain like banks where you would be like leaning over the edge of the building, which was cool. But I've only done like the drop, I think, once. There was one at Great America, I think it was called Superman, or maybe that's at Universal Studios, but yeah. That was a little nerve-wracking, but I'm happy I did it. The pirate ship I remember doing for the first time at, I think, Knott's Berry Farm or something like that. And it terrified me there, but then every other fair that I've gone to since, I've been fine with. So, I've gotten better.
Nice.
Good morning and nice chat to a Groggy or Die.
Nice chat!
My favorite fair ride is the hot dog rotisserie.
Hot dogs are tasty.
I was gonna say, Groggy, is this just literally the place that like circulates the hot dogs, kind of like the 7-Eleven? It's like a roller ride. You just like lie down in it, and then your body just gets rotated, and it's very hot for some reason because it's the fair.
I think you just created a new tanning bed.
Keeps yourself evenly cooked. Okay, I'm not meaning to blow people up, but I've now deleted 2 people accidentally. Like, I'm going for the ball, and I just happen to hit them at the right moment where they explode. So I don't get the impression that Country Club (1) is actually on a split screen. Oh, Groggy says better. They impale them. Fantastic.
Nice.
Would you like to be hit with a skewer and then put onto a thing and spin around? Wow. How is this possible? I'm in awe, Sean. I'm in awe. Good news, though. I'm over 100 points. Well, actually, I feel bad because that's not true. That's not good news for the audience. That's only good news for me. Where I'm over 100 points for the game. So, if that's the case, then they don't actually get to mark off their bingo square.
It'll get it. It'll get there. Above 100 points in both games this hour.
Ooh, we could have that as well.
Unlikely.
So it's either like feast or famine, right? Both are well, no, it's kind of expected for me to score 100 points or less. So, yeah, I don't like spinny rides anymore though. So the centrifuge I don't think would work for me, Abacus. I think that'd be a long day at the fair or a very short day at the fair. One of the two.
Right. I think it could handle like one spinny ride per fair trip. But more than that was a mistake last time we attempted it.
Which is tough because now we're parents, right? And so,
right.
You know, you get the kids who are like, they don't even want to go on the ride themselves because they're scared. But if you go with me, then I'll go. You're like, you don't understand. I'm going to puke if I go with you. And you don't want that either. I'm the source of your fare money. Oh, I tried. Just a little bit early. Oh my gosh. That's nuts. That's nuts. 626. Sean's right now researching hacks. That's nuts.
No. I'm taking applications for third players.
It's good to see you. Thank you for being here at 6:27 West Coast time. It's 9:27 out east. It is 2:27 for those watching GMS in the UK. For what it's worth, 266 from me, and you came on strong late because I think you were 100 points behind me and then ended up getting at 319. So, yeah, cracked. Speaking of which, coming up in the final hour crew, we're going to play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. We've reached over 1,000 banked balloons in this game since we started this particular specific streak, starting last October-ish. So very excited about that. Very excited.
Are we playing that? Oh, we have 5 questions?
We do that after. Yeah. Oh. We changed that. We used to not do it at all, and then we added the audience game. So this might be the second time we've done that in that format. So, yeah. But yes, to Sean's point, Awkwardish Panda joins us to play 5 questions GMS, 8:20 a.m. Pacific time today.
So what you're telling me is you're taking away my It Takes Two time?
We do have to forego. No, come back. It still takes 2 to interview Awkwardish Panda. Why is the eagle already here? Eagle! You jumped your queue. All right, we got a lot to get to. Let's get to it quickly. Let us know your favorite fair ride. That is one of our questions. That is the question of the day. Also, get your bingo card, ! Bingo. We'll get back to some more of your comments in just a moment. But right now, it's time to get informed the video game headlines of the day. Here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, February 14th, 2023, and this is your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. We talk a lot about delays in the gaming news because there are lots of delays, and then when there's lots of delays, we play this sound. But not today. Today we play this sound because Dead Island 2 is moving up a week. It's an anti-delay. It's rare, but it happens. This is from George Ng of IGN. Developer Dam Buster Studios and publisher Deep Silver have announced that Dead Island 2's release date has been moved up from April 28th to April 21st. After being delayed for about a decade, Dead Island 2 is coming out slightly sooner. They didn't really cite a reason for it. They just said, you asked for it, you got it. Dead Island 2 went gold and it's coming out a week early. So coming out on April 21st. But Jedi Survivors, Star Wars Jedi Survivors is coming out on the 28th. So there's some pretty strong speculation that they might just be trying to get out of the way of that game as it's a bigger game, and maybe a week early wouldn't hurt.
After all that, they end up moving it just to avoid another release, which would be interesting. I think it's so that they can say, we never delayed it. We actually released it early.
We put it out early.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You said it was years old delays?
Yeah, this was a game that was announced and then disappeared and then was re-announced and is now finally coming. So
maybe that's why it took so long. They finally found it.
So yeah, 21st. Enjoy Dead Island 2. I never played the first one, so I'm probably not gonna play this one. But I am gonna play Star Wars Jedi Survivors. Looking forward to that on April 28th.
Thanks for clearing my schedule, Dead Island 2.
In our next news story, a new commercial, kind of, for Super Mario Brothers movie came out this week. It was tied to the Super Bowl, but I didn't actually see this during the Super Bowl. I only saw this online afterwards, so I don't know if it actually aired during the Super Bowl or not. But it's not actually a commercial for the movie. It's a commercial for the actual Super Mario Brothers plumbing service. And it's very well done. It uses the rap theme song for the live action TV show, which is pretty hilarious. It includes a pretty funny testimonial by someone who definitely is not reading from a script, and it introduces a website and a phone number for the Super Mario Brothers plumbing service that you can go to and call. And if you call the number, which is in the story we provided, it's 92955 Mario. You can hear a recorded message by the Charlie Day voiced Luigi. Pretty cool. You could also text it if you want.
Yeah, and it calls that out. That's the CTA on it. I was kind of caught off guard because I actually expected this to be like a trailer as opposed to a commercial promoting the movie. And once I realized what it was, I was like, that's cool. I've always liked especially when websites became a lot easier to like make quickly and throw out there, like How I Met Your Mother would do this, where it would be like, definitely don't go to, this, or there's like a Sarah Silverman Uber Eats commercial right now where it's like, find out at biglovelytoes.net or something, and then you go there and it's for Uber Eats or something. And so I do like these little tie-ins, especially when you can call a phone number and hear something on the other end. It's interactive.
Yeah. And the website's fantastic. It has they did a good job with it. You should check it out. It even has a broken image link, which is good.
Like a 404.
Yeah. They did a good job. So check it out if you haven't, and also watch the trailer if you haven't, because it's hilarious, especially if you've watched the original, not the original, but the live action TV show. It was pretty good. In our last piece of news story, also Nintendo related, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has gotten a price cut. It's down to $40 in preparation for the sequel's release in the coming months. So if you haven't played Breath of the Wild, it's only $40 now, and maybe start now because it's going to take a while to get through. You only have till May, so get started on it. Nintendo is usually pretty reserved when it comes to games getting cheaper. So this once $60 game getting down all the way to $40 is a pretty good discount. And definitely worth playing. It was worth the $60, definitely worth the $40. And maybe this slightly balances out the $70 price tag of the sequel. kind of, I guess.
Don't think that's how that works.
One went up, one went down. Yay!
Yeah, I'm curious about like the length of time it takes to beat it. You said it's a pretty hefty game, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty hefty game, especially if you're trying to, like, you can speed through it fairly quickly. It's still long, but most people that play get kind of wrapped up in doing a lot of the side stuff and collecting stuff and powering yourself up and whatnot. So yeah, it takes a while. It's a fun game though.
And in the expansion pack, how much time does that like add to it? Probably quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, find your next couple months of gaming and get ready for the new one.
Yeah,
Smart.
Yeah. I've only beaten Breath of the Wild once, and I briefly contemplated playing through it again prior to the sequel coming out. But then I was like, oh, I don't want to play 80 hours of Breath of the Wild again. So maybe I'll just play Metroid Prime Remastered instead.
Metroid, Link, it's very similar. Yeah.
And always last but never least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. Blanc is out on Switch and PC. This is an indie game with a very artsy style, a very cool looking game worth checking out. Labyrinth of Galleria, The Moon Society is out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Switch, and PC. Outzone is out on PC. Red Tape is out on PC. 10 Dates is out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S/X, Switch, and PC. Toe Plane Arcade Shoot 'em Up Collection Volume 1 is out on PC. Truxton is out on PC. Twin Cobra is out on PC. Wanted Dead is out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S/X, and PC. Zero Wing is out on PC. And for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Love Burb, out on PC.
Oh, you said Lovebird. That's cool.
Love Burb.
Burb?
Burb.
Burb.
It's the word.
Meow meow. Congratulations to Lovebird. It's this morning's GMS name of the morning, could become name of the month. Burb is the word. Burb is the word?
Burb is the word.
Burb is the word. Oh my gosh. What a fun show. There you go. It's our name of the morning. Could become name of the month if you believe. If it does become name of the month, then you have a chance to win it if you're a Patreon subscriber right away. Big thanks again to Izzy for becoming our latest Patreon subscriber. You can become one too by going to patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. You get access to different emotes courtesy of Sports.Gaming's Twitch channel, since we're an unaffiliated channel broadcasting simultaneously over multiple platforms, and that's how you get them. If you would like to use those emotes on Twitch, you also get access to an exclusive subscriber show, which we're calling now the show after the show, on Fridays around 9 a.m. Pacific time, and then you can also get early access to things that we make, and this exclusive Name of the Month giveaway. Congratulations to Unknown Story for winning our January Name of the Month. Got access to Clunky Hero, which we're expecting to play again on Thursday. There you go. That's your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. Thank you, Sean.
You bet.
Be sure to also give us a follow on Instagram, because we do post the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News every single show, usually around like 9:30, 9:45 a.m. Pacific time on our Instagram, so you can find it there. You can also follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS. Yeah, I'm excited to watch my kids play the new Zelda game. I'm not going to, because it's a bad match for me, as we've learned over the 2 years of doing this show. But it's really beautiful. I watched someone on Twitch yesterday play for a little bit of time. I think I was raided into somebody. And so watch them play for a little while. It's amazingly beautiful.
Yeah, a very pretty game.
And was Skyward Sword after Breath of the Wild?
No, that was before Breath of the Wild. I don't know what system that came out on.
Okay, so Breath of the Wild was the only exclusive Switch one?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna believe you. Down says a Nintendo sale has hell frozen over?
Yeah, it's rare. Not like
H.
the developer's rare.
E.
No, that's a different thing.
Al. Al. Yes.
Bob really slow going this morning. It is good to see a nice chat.
Nice chat.
To Mel B, I like the swings that take you up and spin you around. Oh, fair rides. You remember those? They're like on the chains, and then the thing like swings you out. Do you like that one?
Yeah, those are pretty good. I like those. Those don't spin so bad that it makes me sick.
Yeah,
Now.
they have
so
a-
I can ride those still.
They have a wider radius to them.
Indeed.
The only thing I like about that ride, it's like the only ride that's like, okay, yeah, also you're gonna survive solely because these chains are strong. Good
Yeah.
luck.
Strong chains.
We put the strong chains on here. Don't know what the favorite ride of one Bear Bear is. Maybe we'll have to ask Bear Bear and find out what it is. That's why Bear Bear is behind the curtain to say hello this morning. Bear Bear, do you like fair rides? If it shows up, are you going? Morning. Going.
You've had worse. Bear Bear says he doesn't like to go to the fair.
Of course he doesn't. It's because Eagle the Mathematical told him of all the fair ride deaths.
Yep.
At least the probability of it happening. So.
Right.
Okay. Good morning. Nice chat to Element of One, who's in the chat this morning.
Nice chat.
Happy Singles Awareness Day to you as well. Abacus is the song that the Who did for the Fallen Order. HU is the name of that. Was re-released in full Mongolian with translation now called Black Thunder.
Nice.
Oh, that's the Jedi game.
Hmm.
Yeah. Also, what's wrong with puking? Asked Groggy, by the way.
Not a fan.
I don't like puking. I prefer not to. All right, it's 6:41.
You can news if you
It's
wanna.
time for a story that we're tracking at this hour. A reminder, Whit Fuller, our interview coming up at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time. Today we're going to talk about cozy games and some of the cozy game movement that has happened over the last few years. This story has to do with a dog that kind of listened to just a tenth of the Proclaimer song. You with me so far?
I think so.
Okay. There's a dog that walked 10 miles to a shelter. Didn't quite get through the whole 100 miles song. Or wait, is it 500? Because I would walk 100... No, 1,000 miles? Because I would walk...
500 miles.
Okay. So it's not a 10th. It's a 50th. Hopefully. Like how this is what I got stuck on. It's this ridiculousness. I'll let Eagle the Mathematical handle the math from here on out. This is a story from Ben Hooper of UPI. Dog went missing from her new Texas home, was found 10 days later after walking 10 miles to her former shelter and ringing the doorbell. That's right. This dog found where it was originally housed at an adopted dog shelter. The dog is named Bailey, went missing from the home in late January. Bailey churned up 2 days later when she found her way back to the American Rescue League, 10 miles from her new home, and did so in the middle of the night. Quote, I'll be darned. At 1:42 this morning, she's ringing the doorbell like, I'm home, said the shelter founder to USA Today. Shelter staff had just recently gotten an alert from their Ring doorbell and checked to see Bailey waiting to be let inside. Hyde said the staff rushed to the shelter, brought Bailey inside. She slept so hard the whole night, quote unquote. The next morning she was like, you can serve my breakfast over there. I'll get to it in a minute. I'm still resting. So 3 days without food and water. She was making up for the rest and has now since been reunited with her family.
What a cute pup.
So this Ring doorbell picture, the dog's nose looks like it's lit up really bright red. I thought this was going to be a story about a dog clown.
Could be a dog clown.
Yeah.
Bailey's Circus.
It's the sound a clown's nose makes.
What a cute puppy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how cool is that? Like, hadn't been at the shelter for a good amount of time. It's like, nope, I know how to get there.
I wonder if that was the intent, was to run away and go back to the shelter, or if Bailey just got out and was like, oh no, I'm lost. Well, I know where the shelter is.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's the
go
latter. No comment from Bailey. No comment. All right, there you go. That's what we're tracking at this hour on this morning radio show that plays games. 6:45. Downs goes, is that a fair fare or a fair fare that doesn't cheat? Or a fair fare like a pale fare? Yes.
That's a good question.
Bear paid a fair fare to go to the fair fair and have fair fare.
Nice.
I'm always curious, like, in my head, that all made sense, and I'm curious if
yeah,
it...
I was
Okay.
right there with you.
Good.
Yeah.
I gotta quit overshooting the ball on fast breaks, because I'm like, oh, that was perfect opportunity, and then I just busting on my boost there, and I went too fast.
You were doing what?
I was busting on my boost. You know, smashing down the boost button.
Oh, okay.
The common theme and term. Do you not all bust your boost? No?
Depends on the game.
Okay. I mean, we have boost to bust. So you have to bust your boost. Nice shot.
Thank you.
Down says, I don't like fair fares unless they are fair.
Right.
The fairest of fairs.
Affairs?
Excitement said, y'all excited for the Stray movie? Element, tell me more. Is this based on the game? Are we going to have head crabs in theater form?
Probably.
I don't like that. I also have never liked the fact that they are called head crabs.
Have you ever seen much of Half-Life?
Half-Life?
Half-Life. Yeah, that's where head crabs come from.
Caught half of it. That's not true. I've never caught any of it. Alright, so, no, it's based on a stray dog. They will travel back to its owner to bite him. Okay. Didn't Element break the news of Cocaine Bear?
Oh, I don't remember who started that.
If that's the case, I know Element's talked a lot about Cocaine Bear, which, by the way, the audio trailers for Cocaine Bear are very interesting. They're tagged at the end of a podcast I listened to. I think I sent Sean it. And the whole trailer, again, it's just the audio trailer, so it's for podcast tags, is basically, that bear took cocaine. Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear. And it's just a whole bunch of people saying the word Cocaine Bear. And then it's
I think that's pretty much the movie.
it's like, Cocaine Bear, only in theaters. July 4th. I watch wild movies because I love movies. I'm fine with that. I'm just wondering if like you specialize in unique animal trailers. It's based on a stray dog that travels back to its owner to bite him, followed by Cocaine Bear. The bear took cocaine. Cocaine Bear.
If Cocaine Bear does well, what sequel are they going to make? And is it just going to be another animal on cocaine?
Okay, well, and then my next question is, did they basically subscribe to the Perry Grip world of, media creation? Because Perry Grip's big thing in children's songs is some animal does something with something. So it's like Lazy Harp Seal has no job. Reggie the Christmas Hamster saves Christmas, right? So there's a whole bunch of like dartboard action It's just kind of the same way apparently Ben Hooper started writing all these at this hour stories. So then someone's like, okay, Sharknado went well. We need to find another animal that, you know, is mixed with something else. So they got, you know, Cocaine Bear. They mixed cocaine and bear. Good morning and nice chat to businesses. It's good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. And thank you for becoming our latest Patreon subscriber. You can subscribe at patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. Truly do appreciate that. For 90 real minutes, the actual cocaine bear was the most powerful animal in the world, says Atticus. Wait. Element says that the movie about the dog is with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, there's. I just pulled it up. I will have to watch the trailer. It's a bunch of stray dogs in a stray dog gang.
A stray dog gang?
That's sure what it looks like.
Is Will Ferrell playing a human or?
Is he one of the dogs?
Yeah, one of the dogs.
Is this a Homeward Bound style movie? Because I'm on board for that.
I have to find Jonathan. I can't remember the name of the boy from Homeward Bound. I have to find Larry. Wasn't Liam Neeson in Homeward Bound?
Oh,
I think that's the case.
So, but...
No, I think he was the old dog who never learned any new tricks either, by the way. I have confirmation on the way that works. Okay. I'm sorry. This game, thank goodness we might win. Just hit the ground. Okay, great. We have so much to get to. I'm learning so much in our chat right now. Congratulations. Sports.gaming is MVP of that game of Rocket League. So if you are playing bingo this morning, !bingo, you get to check mark that off your list. I did score over 100 points, though, so no Hefty scores less than 100 points. So get wrecked, Bob. I am good at video games.
Stop sucking, Hefty.
Too late. I already have. 6:52 West Coast time. It's 9:52 out east, and it is 2:52 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. A nice chat and good morning to our final hour crew guest today.
Nice chat.
Awkwardish Panda is here this morning. Says Cocaine Bear is a true story.
Thanks.
Okay. So this isn't like a because okay. Sharknado isn't real, right? Please tell me that I can rule that out. Please.
No, Sharknado's not.
Okay, because I had imagined Cocaine Bear came from the same place, and apparently has not. It's a true story. So you're saying like a bear stumbled across a bunch of cocaine, and then ended up probably eating it because that's what bears do in the wild, right?
Right.
And then for 90 real minutes, the actual cocaine bear was the most powerful animal in the world.
Yeah. So it's inspired by a true event. I don't think what happens in the movie happened in real life, based on the trailers I've seen.
We shouted out J-Mags Plays. That's going to be our guest tonight for GMS Tuesday nights. We're playing Apex Legends Season 16. It starts at 8 p.m. Pacific time tonight on these same GMS stations. Very excited for that. I'm also going to be playing Apex Legends a little bit through the course of the day, only to warm up for the show tonight, not because I want to. Yeah.
And Liam Neeson's not in Homeward Bound. You're just losing your mind.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want, but I will find my owner. There's a puppy dog snapping necks. Michael J. Fox's character is like, "What are you doing? We're not going to murder our way back to Jonathan." I don't remember his name. King Gray says Sharknado was based on a true story, but it was only a shark zephyr. Is that like a mini tornado?
baby.
It's 6:54. We have so much to get to. Keep doing you, chat. We're going to get back to you, I promise. Coming up next hour, we're going to talk to Whit Fuller about Cozy Games, student writer for the University of Utah's newspaper. But first, it's time for birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday that you want to celebrate, please let us know, because we would like to celebrate with you. I don't know if I can make it all the way to Awkwardish Panda's segment.
Yeah.
This has been a sprint so far.
Yeah, it's been a lot so far.
It's only Tuesday, chat. Like, I don't know if I can make it.
We might need to take naps.
Okay. Coming up between the hours, we're going to take a snooze. So, extended break. All right. Celebrity birthdays we start with today. Today is the 63rd birthday for actress and author Meg Tilly.
Meg was one of the actresses considered for the role of Mia in Pulp Fiction.
Mia. Because I have definitely watched Pulp Fiction, which is a movie that stars Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta. I'm guessing Mia is Uma Thurman's character.
Correct.
I'm a movie expert.
Nice.
Movie expert hefty. Simon Pegg is an actor. I know that because I watched so many movies. Turns 53 today.
He was in the Star Trek remakes. Who did he play? Movie expert.
There were remakes of Star Trek. No, I know that. Kirk, the captain. Captain the Kirk.
That is a character, yeah.
Wait, he doesn't play Captain Kirk, does he?
No.
Chris Pine.
He doesn't play Chris Pine either.
This is a train wreck.
Simon Pegg as Chris Pine as Captain Kirk.
Captain the Kirk. Did I get it right?
Yeah. I think that counts.
Correct.
Fantastic. Singer Rob Thomas turns 51.
Rob Thomas's middle name is Kelly.
Man, they've been going to that so much lately.
Yeah, they have. I don't like it.
Yeah, if you had birthdays this day in gaming history, middle name is one of the fun facts. You can cross that off your bingo card, ! Bingo. I also, by the way, remember when Rob Thomas came up randomly on this show like a couple weeks ago? It's like, what?
Yeah.
We had somebody named Rob Thomas, and I was like, after they were done with Matchbox 20. Actress Danae Gurria, I think I butchered that, 45 today.
She portrays the actor Okoye in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Danae Gurria is what Siri tells me. 45 today. At some point with one of the iOS updates, they changed where the speak button is. And so it's like on the third tab of the whole fast, you highlight and then you hold thing. Oh, it's so annoying. I keep looking up instead of speaking.
Those should change based on your usage.
That'd probably screw me up too, just like autocorrect. Actor Jake Lacey is 37 today.
Jake Lacey joined the cast of The Office as a new employee for the final season.
I wonder if Jake knew it was the final season.
I think everyone knew going into that season that it was the last, if I remember correctly.
I just got this new role. I'm going to be on. The Office, right? I'm going to be on it. And I hope it lasts a while. One season.
I'm gonna revolutionize The Office.
I'm gonna take it to the next level. Actor Freddie Highmore turns 31.
Freddie Highmore portrayed Charlie Bucket in the Tim Burton adaptation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, okay, not the original one.
No.
Yeah. Charlie's last name was Bucket?
Yeah.
Is that canon?
Yeah.
It wasn't Ted Burton being Ted Burton. Oh my gosh. Well, as we all know, Tim Burton's brother Ted constantly was influencing Tim's choices in movies, right? And then, as we all know, Ted was just like, hey, let's change his last name to Bucket. I need an adult. I don't have any drummer birthdays today. Any other birthdays on your list?
There was one. Where'd it go? Singer/music producer Dwayne Wiggins of Tony, 62.
I like that one. Some heavenly no longer with us birthdays. Florence Henderson, Frederick Douglass. Also on the list of those today, it was Jimmy Hoffa's birthday. And Woody Hayes, the former The Ohio State University coach. Actor Zach Galligan of Gremlins turns 59 today.
Nice. It's a good movie.
Oh, I remember, yeah, Tony, because it's spelled differently 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, did you know that singer Rob Thomas of Matchbox 20 is 51 today?
Who knew?
Okay.
Nice.
I'm pretty okay with that. How are you?
I'm satisfied.
Ooh. Sorry, I had one more. Magician Teller of Penn and Teller is 75 today.
Nice.
So, all right, that's your birthdays. This day in gaming history, we start with 2001. So no lawsuit and not a lawsuit for Sean. There are many things that happened in the first decade of the new millennium, including 2001. British manufacturer Pace Microtechnology releases pictures and some details of its television set-top box. The system will be able to play Sega Dreamcast video games. I'm not familiar with the Pace Microtechnology box.
Nope.
2001, Nintendo announces the release of the Game Boy Advance. That's coming out March 21st in Japan, June 11th in the US. I think we've asked you this before. Have you had any of the Game Boy machines?
I had an original Game Boy. I still have it. It still works. Last time I tried. And then I had a DS. I didn't play that a ton.
Okay.
That was in the college era of being busy.
Yeah. But never in Advance.
No.
That's the wide one.
No GBA.
2002, Capcom releases the Maximo Ghosts of Glory game for PlayStation 2. The next year, Nintendo put out the Game Boy Advance SP in Japan. Internally, this is the same as the Game Boy Advance. New features include rechargeable battery and flip-up 2.9-inch color LCD screen with built-in lighting. The rechargeable lithium-ion battery powers the system for about 10 hours with the light on, and about 18 hours without. The size was 3 1/3 by 3.23 by 1 inches. Weight, 5 ounces.
Nice.
I feel like I just gave like a birth announcement. Nintendo gave birth to a beautiful handheld. Weighs 5 ounces.
Just hope it's healthy.
Mother's good too. So, 2004, Nintendo releases the Game Boy Advance SP and Classic NES. This is very Game Boy-esque.
Yeah.
Today. Yeah. In Classic NES colors, that was in Japan. 2005, Nintendo put out WarioWare Touched with an exclamation point, not ink, but WarioWare Touched. Touched by a Sean. That was for the Nintendo DS. 2006, EA Sports releases Fight Night Round 3 for PlayStation 2, PlayStation Portable, and
Xbox 360.
2006, Capcom put out Resident Evil Deadly Silence for the Nintendo DS. Same year, Final Fight Streetwise came out for PlayStation 2 and Xbox. Also, in 2006, Atari releases Mark Echo's Getting Up, Contents Under Pressure for the Xbox and PlayStation 2. 2006, Square Enix releases Grandia 3 for PlayStation 2. 5 years later, Square Enix puts out Dragon Quest VI Realms of Revelation. That was for the Nintendo DS. And the following year, in 2012, Sony released Twisted Metal for the PlayStation 3.
Nice.
My name is Calypso, and that's your This Day in Gaming History. I believe Calypso was the ringleader in Twisted Metal. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So there you go. Solid first hour.
Uh-huh.
I'll allow it. You can catch us in podcast form, by the way. Just search your favorite podcast outlets, and you can listen to us after the show is over, usually around 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. The episodes are released. Awkwardish Panda does say, though, naps are the real heroes. So if you would like to take a snooze between hours, you are invited to do that. Yeah. Okay, we're in good shape.
Sleep.
Yeah. Did you get good sleep last night?
Pretty good.
Yeah, great sleep last night. I'm in good shape. All right. We talk cozy games with Will Fuller coming up next hour. Also next hour, sports. Come back with more. It's Gaming Morning Show. It is Tuesday, February 14th, 2023. On Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, GamingMorningShow.tv. Again, Downs received those at work, for example, so maybe it's a message to try to encourage productivity.
Oh, like literally, let's get busy.
Yeah.
Like you're really lazy. Let's get busy. Also, let's date.
I just wanted to show you that I appreciate you and all the work that you put toward this company, but also your productivity is slacking. So if you could please just get busy, that would be great. I can't help but notice our metrics are slacking. Please get busy.
I can't help but notice you haven't replied to any of my emails. How about this tiny heart?
Per my last email.
Per my last tiny heart. Knows it's a mystery. So I guess we'll find out soon, and we'll see. Capcom has already said that Resident Evil Village DLC is on the way. So maybe it's something Resident Evil Village related, but we don't know. We'll find out in 6 days and 15 hours, I guess.
Yay. DLC for Resident Evil Village. Can't wait.
Nah, we never played the DLC for Biohazard.
Wait, what? They made more of that awful, scary, spooky-ass game?
Yeah.
Why?
Did you want to go back and check it out?
Why did that sound like Christopher Walken?
Why?
Why? I can't
Would
even do
you-
anything.
Why would you make more of that game?
Bengals fan whose bearness might be a LAN, you know, an area network, local to just us. Make your presence known, Bear. Get off the bus. Oof.
It was a rough one, but
It's
it
rocky.
worked.
Yeah. I think your voice assistant that is in control of opening the blinds whenever I do my little rhyme was like, ooh, maybe not.
Maybe we'll leave it closed this time.
Maybe it's like
Let's
Downs.
close some of the other blinds instead.
Maybe it's like Downs' was like, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble connecting to the internet, which is the voice assistant equivalent of someone you're asking for a date who says, I can't that day. I'm washing my hair. We really appreciate joining us for this early departure from, well, I don't remember what place we're leaving from or where we're going. All I know is this is our Sunday departure, so thank you for being here. No snakes today.
We took a flight this weekend. I was coming back into PDX on a pretty small Alaska flight Saturday. And someone was at our gate, so we landed. And the pilot gets on and he goes, yeah, there's another plane at our gate. We're going to sit here on the runway for some amount of time. We'll get you out pretty quick. It was like, some amount of time? What does that mean? And some fun tips.
Wrote this in 2020. Maybe if Ashley was a sophomore, we can send in from Gaming Morning Show the sweet tart heart-shaped lollipops with also some damn fun dip. Missing out. All right. Well, thank you to Ashley Boak, the photo editor of The Blueprint in Downers Grove, Illinois. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. There's your IGN story about Far Cry 6. It Takes Two and Halo Infinite, your Accessibility Award nominees, followed by the link that is now actually put in the chat. All right, I am Hefty Goof. Sean will be back in just a moment. Thanks for hanging out with us. It is 7:35 on the West Coast, 10:35 out east, 3:35 for those watching GMS in the UK.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, come Monday through Friday and sometimes after dark. A daily theme with a question mark. We got gaming news and sports and Bob. Hefty, Austin, Mike, and Sean, the heartthrob. I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, today's interview and sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. Gaming Morning Show continues. Thank you so much for being with us wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. I am Hefty Goof. Sports.gaming on the left side of your screen. Stick around with us. A double interview day coming up at 8:20 a.m. Pacific time. We talked to Awkwardish Panda about an upcoming, actually existing, current moment in time Kickstarter. We'll find out more about that and also learn a little bit more about Awkwardish Panda's streams, which you can find on Twitch. And then in about 10 minutes from now, we'll talk to Whit Fuller, student arts writer specifically, from the Utah Utes daily newspaper, the student newspaper there. So we'll have a cozy game discussion. You can also follow us on Instagram. Do so at Gaming Morning Show. I was scrolling my feed yesterday trying to find Chris M.E.'s stream and wasn't on. And it turns out there was going to be a new YouTube video. I was like, what? So if you didn't know, Chris M.E. has a thing called Everyday Magic on YouTube, which includes live streams and other content from Disneyland. So please like and subscribe at that link right there if you like Disneyland, or if you like looking at, like, there was like a strawberry shortcake Dole Whip like sundae thing that was posted on YouTube Shorts. Looked delicious.
That sounds tasty.
Yeah. So if you're ever on twitch.tv/ChrisME and Chris isn't there, then go to Everyday Magic. Take away that it was pretty okay yesterday night from me. So. We're asking you about your favorite fair rides, carnival style rides, because today is National Ferris Wheel Day. Today, Awkwardish Panda says the Gravitron with carnies that degaff about safety is the actual best. Good to
degaff.
Degaff. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be puked on.
Funk!
So definitely don't prefer the Gravitron, but I mean, already we've learned the Gravitron is apparently also known as the centrifuge in different parts of the world. So if you ever go to a fair and it's like, I want to ride the centrifuge, and you haven't heard that one before, it's apparently like a Gravitron. So, but
be the same.
You know, I'm realizing in this moment in time is Knott's Berry Farm had a lot of just like basic carnival rides, because where I rode the pirate ship for the first time was at a Knott's Berry Farm, and the place where I rode the swings thing with the chains was at a Knott's Berry Farm too.
Yeah, they have quite a few. I want to say Six Flags Magic Mountain down in California also has a lot of like just basic fair rides around, like the pirate ship and the centrifuge style rides. So you could ride those there too.
Have you done one of the drop style rides at a fair or a carnival?
Like the ones I was talking about earlier?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Because in my mind, those seem too risky to have at a fair or a carnival, but apparently a carnival knows no risk. So
I'm more worried about the giant ones that go up and like spin and loop and stuff, because those are the ones you always see videos of breaking and at fairs.
Yeah.
Scary videos.
Sis says, I don't know the names, but the ride that takes you up and drops you. Oh, so that's exactly what you're talking about, Sis. Yeah, the same kind of ride that Sean was mentioning.
Yeah, I like those. I just like the dropping sensation, though, so anything that can create that is fun. So
you're not one that would be on, like, one of those compilations of people passing out on those style of rides?
No, not at all.
That's good. That's good. Good morning to Look, it's Mike. Nice chat to you on a Tuesday.
Nice chat!
My favorite carnival game is whether or not I'll get food poisoning from the random foods I end up eating. I think I've had a pretty good run at the fair. Have you ever had food poisoning from fair food?
Nope.
Yeah. The fair, of course.
It's very fair.
Yeah. Fair is fair. Actually, I think that was right. Lucas Michael says, I've only had it happen twice. That's still like a pretty high result.
More than once is too much.
Yeah. What were you eating, Mike?
Was it the same thing both times?
I don't do well at the fair because it all starts with it being warm. But the downside to not really enjoying going to the fair is I do like fair food.
Right.
Turkey legs.
Mm-hmm.
Funnel cakes.
Funnel cakes.
Yeah. Big fan. There's a Renaissance fair that we would go to. No, it wasn't a Renaissance fair. It was a Scandinavian festival. And they always have really good turkey legs as well. Not a fair, but still delicious. So, Maiko says, they have these amazing cans spread all around the fair. There's all kinds of foods in the cans that I eat. It's like a buffet. Is Look, it's Maiko the rat from Charlotte's Web? Templeton? That is one of my favorite songs in all of animated film. Dun, 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 dun. Some sort of cadence like that. A smorgasbord. Dun, 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 dun. Like, I don't remember the lyrics to it at all, but I like that part of Charlotte's Web a lot. I haven't seen Charlotte's Web in quite some time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, and it's funny too because Hefty Son recently told me that they're reading that in class, and I was like, oh, well, what part are they on? And he remembered and told me, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool to see it all come full circle.
Yeah. It's a good book.
Like, so how does the spider help the pig? I ask. And it's like, oh, she writes his name up in the thing, and then they don't want to murder him. He didn't say that part. But... Charlotte's Web, otherwise known as Intro to Meat Processing.
Intro to 4-H?
Food chain. Supply. Chain. Food. Good morning, Metals. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. We are a morning radio show that plays games Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. And yes, we are live.
It's not live, but we're really good at seeing into the future.
Yeah, you can hang around. We're going to have an interview coming up after this game. So we're going to talk to Whit Fuller about the cozy game movement, kind of get an idea of how cozy games can build community. We have that coming up in just a little bit. I also need to claim a whole bunch of rewards in Rocket League. I've definitely been slacking. Not worse than I have in the past, because let's face it, I've always been bad. Yes. If you didn't know, when I first started playing this game, I didn't realize the Rocket Pass had rewards that you had to actually go in and claim. I thought you just got them.
Yeah. No, you got to claim those.
You can also do exclamation point bingo if you want to play today's bingo card. So we have those available to you, and we don't really have a purpose with them yet. We're kind of testing them out for the month of February, but trying to figure out if those can be fun to play every day. Should we have one per show? Those kind of things. Mike's Templeton the Rat. Now I want Mike to sing Templeton's song, but at an actual fair. Mike, next time the fair is in your neck of the woods, would you please just walk around and do that song for me, please? Downs, by the way, says Sean's goal celebration is fire.
Literally.
Literally.
The floor, it's lava.
But that's from this season, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think I was sure from when I first saw it, but
yeah, there's that one which I just recently got, and then there's one that's quite a few levels from me still. That's basically the same, but it turns the entire thing to like ice, and I want that one too.
It's like a gum commercial where, like, you know, they bite into a piece of gum and the whole thing goes shh. So you can also answer our question of the day, Metals, if you want to. National Ferris Wheel Day is today. So what's your favorite fair carnival ride? Oop. Hi. Nice to meet you. Hope I get your name. It's Sympathy for the Devil. Rolling Stones. 1977. Whoa. Good morning, Emo Kid Mark. It's good to see you again. Thank you for stopping by on this particular Tuesday. It's Valentine's Day, Singles Awareness Day. Here's some of the other days of the day for those who didn't catch the first part of the show. We didn't get them all in anyway. National Have a Heart Day, National Football Hangover Day, National Impotence Day, National Pet Theft Awareness Day. It is Organ Donor Day, Read to Your Child Day, Statehood Day in Arizona, Travel Africa Day, World Bonobo Day, World Congenital Heart Defect Awareness Day, and World Sound Healing Day. Those are all the days of the day that are today, for today. Yeah, I'm going to go with the pirate ship, which I've not been on for some time, but I'm going to go that's my favorite fair ride.
Pirate ship's a good answer.
Not the Turtle World.
That's my favorite Ninja Turtles arcade game.
Teenage Mutant Ninja World, Teenage Mutant Ninja World. Turtles spinning around Turtle World. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right, GMS Tuesday nights as well tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to be playing the new season of Apex Legends, which is installable in about 2.5 hours, which I'm very excited about. So, and this is the season that Sean has committed to playing more than he ever has played before. Which means if Sean plays 10 games. Whoa. All right, we got our interview coming up after this game. 8:20 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to play 5 Questions GMS with Awkwardish Panda. So we have a double guest Tuesday. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Winners! All right, 7:25 West Coast time. It's 10:25 out east, 3:25 for those watching GMS in the UK. Thank you for being here. We're so thankful you're here on a Tuesday. We talk cozy games next on Gaming Morning Show. A wonderful Tuesday to you. Gaming Morning Show continues as we have a chance to talk about cozy games on this Tuesday. Happy and thankful to welcome in Whit Fuller, who's on the line with us, have a chance to talk to the arts writer for the Daily Utah Chronicle about cozy games. Good morning to you, Whit.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. We really appreciate you taking the time for us. This is thing that I got introduced to as I started to spend more time in the video game space, you know, especially after starting to watch more people do streaming. But I had never myself really spent much time with cozy games. Let's start with what makes a cozy game enjoyable, beneficial, and certainly how can cozy games build community?
So I think that with cozy games specifically, there's this inherent sense of getting to do fun things and getting to have experiences that are, you know, comforting and enjoyable and fun, but they're also so incredibly just creative, and you really feel integrated into whatever you're doing. If you're playing a farming sim and playing with friends, that's a great way to build community. And there are just so many aspects of it that are community-based. Like, you've got all these great people on Instagram with these huge followings who just love to share their content and connect more broadly with audiences from this place of being comfortable and cozy.
What are some specific games, cozy games that you've enjoyed recently?
Recently I've really been into Bear and Breakfast. It's a cozy management game. You play as Hank, who is this bear living in the forest, and he finds this old abandoned building, and he's like, you know what, let's turn this into a bed and breakfast. I want to bring people into the forest again. So you set up this bed and breakfast, and There's one issue though. It's really fun. It's great. People are scared of you. They run away from you because you're a bear, and it's really sad. But it's a great game. The gameplay is phenomenal. Graphics are adorable. It's wonderful.
And would you go to a bed and breakfast run by a bear?
Honestly, yeah. If it's a nice bear and it's, gonna feed me and give me a place to sleep, yeah.
Nice.
You may notice behind Sean, we have our resident bear. So no word yet if we're going to get into the bear and breakfast business anytime soon, but wouldn't put anything past us on Gaming Morning Show. Whit Fuller is our guest. You can read one of the articles that Whit wrote for the newspaper for the University of Utah. Cozy Games, do Cozy Games have merit? The wholesome games movement. And like I talked about to lead the interview off, Whit, this is something that was kind of introduced, but it's one of those things that I didn't know about. Many people did. So now as you look toward the future, what do you anticipate over the next maybe 12, 18 months in terms of what Cozy Games could be like?
Honestly, I anticipate not only more cozy games and kind of a more mainstream centered view of cozy games as a whole, but I also definitely anticipate the community is getting bigger every day. There are people on Instagram sharing things, as I mentioned, but there are also groups and things dedicated to getting together and playing cozy games. There are cozy gaming nights popping up in different cities, online spaces, things like that. I think people are just gonna continue to foster those connections and really just continue to enjoy all of the feel-good things that come with playing cozy games and really getting to lead kind of not a fairy tale life, but a very idealistic, kind of rose-tinted, just sweet experience.
I'm looking forward to it. I do follow Wholesome Direct. One of the friends of the show is involved with that, Kim Chica. If anyone wants to follow you, Whit, what are some of the best ways to stay connected with you?
Typically Instagram or Twitter. My handles for both of those are Whit right now, WHITWRITENOW.
And we'll share that in our chat right now. Again, you can read the article, Do Cozy Games Have Merit? The Wholesome Games Movement. Whit Fuller, thank you so much for taking the time to join us this morning on Gaming Morning Show.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, and this is that part of the video game world and the curiosity that we have with Gaming Morning Show. One of our values is to try to hear about more aspects of video games beyond just what maybe is our primary genre. You talk about this a lot. You're not a 1v1 fighting type game player. I don't really play a lot of single player games, and so getting a chance to kind of hear someone else's perspective and bring up some reasons that they want. I like the way that Whit described that feeling of warmth, right? The caring that cozy games provide. There really are these emotional results, reactions to video games.
Yeah, and having a shared experience, especially with a game that inherently by itself kind of gives you good vibes and warm vibes, and then to be able to experience that with friends, with a community, even if it's not a multiplayer game, if you're just having similar experiences with the game as you guys are playing it, it can really bring people together, and I like that.
Thanks to our audience for participating in that interview. Sis says, love me a cozy game. Downs talked about Bear and Breakfast, said, wasn't that a name of the morning a little while ago? I think it was, right?
It sure was, and we've contemplated letting Bear play. Bear, do you still want to play Bear and Breakfast? He asked, can Eagles play too?
Ooh.
I don't have an answer to that.
I can't imagine why not. Whole point's building community.
Yeah, I'm sure we can figure it out.
Of course, we'll look for the sequel to Bear and Breakfast, which is Eagles and Arithmetic. Arithmetic. Panda says Bear and Breakfast is so fun in all caps. Yeah, I've heard good things about it as well, so hopefully we do get a chance to play it. Stick with us, by the way. Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, we'll play 5 Questions GMS with our friend Awkwardish Panda as well. Learn more about the Kickstarter Fiends of Fairwick. Good morning and nice chat.
Nice chat.
To Riot, it's good to see you in the chat. Eagles and eggs, how about?
Perfect. It'll be the Eagle Run Diner right next to Bear and Breakfast.
I love it. I love it. That's where they get their eggs. It's fantastic. So, thank you for being here. Dungeon Master KJ, nice chat to you as well. Good morning.
Nice chat.
My favorite carnival ride is the sugar high from eating cotton candy. That's a good answer, too. I mean, we got into the food topic when Look It's My Go popped in as well. I don't know. You can't combine the two, right? When you're eating a whole bunch of food, going on the fair rides are tough, right?
Yeah. And I've often made the mistake when we've gone to the fair with kids or gone to like small amusement parks that have fair rides with the kids, is we eat and then do rides. You gotta just get there and do the rides first and eat last.
Yeah, absolutely.
Might be safer.
Welcome back, Mel B on YouTube. Morning Panda says, Riot, it's good to see you. Happy Borf Day? Wait a second. Riot. Or Panda. Borf Day? Is that birthday? Just making sure, because if that's the case, even though it's not the birthday segment, we would make an exception. Look at that. All right. Now, because I'm great at mispronouncing things,
You can do it. You can do it. Believe me.
Cerulean Riot?
So close. Cerulean.
Cerulean. Meteorological. Cerulean. 271 on the mispronunciation counter. Here we go. To you, Cerulean Riot. It's your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Toot toot.
Happy birthday from all of us, including this puppy with a birthday hat. Every show, 6:50. You can join us for birthdays and stay in gaming history. All right, Sean, it's 7:36 on this morning radio show that plays games. That was really fun, and please know to go to our YouTube as well. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube. And I want to make sure that I emphasize Wit right now is the handle for Twitter and Instagram for Wit Fuller. I believe when I made the graphic, I had a different one. So here we go, Instagram, Wit right now. So please follow those two links if you want to stay in touch with our guests from this hour as well on social media. All right, here we go. It's time to tell you what we're tracking at this hour on this morning radio show that plays games. First, we tell you a couple of fun facts about Ferris wheels. These are from nationaltoday.com. Every February 14th is apparently National Ferris Wheel Day. It's also apparently many other days of the day, which you can read in the description on Facebook Gaming and on Twitch. If you love fun and adventures and you are not scared of heights, we're sure you have fond childhood memories of riding on a Ferris wheel. Ferris wheels come in many sizes. They are fun to ride on and give a beautiful bird's eye view. Did you know that the High Roller is the largest Ferris wheel in the world? The massive wheel is 550 feet tall and is found in Las Vegas. George Washington Gale Ferris Jr., the inventor of the Ferris wheel, was born on February 14th. Ferris, a civil engineer born in 1859 in Illinois, introduced the world to the concept of Ferris wheel and designed the original Chicago Ferris wheel. Graduated from Polytechnic Institute in New York in 1881 and constructed a prototype as a landmark for the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago as the United States version of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, originally called, Sean, the Chicago Wheel. It took Ferris 2 years to plan and construct, cost $700,000 in 1893, had over 100,000 parts. Ferris's massive wheel stood an enormous, at the time, 264 feet, towering about 26 stories over Chicago.
Wow, it's impressive.
So have you done one of the big Ferris wheels?
No, I don't think so. There's a Ferris wheel in California Adventure that is large, but not like one of the like ridiculously large ones. We had a chance to ride London Eye when we were in London, and chose not to, partially because Sports Doc wife doesn't love heights and Ferris wheels, and it was like a 2 to 3 hour ordeal to go ride the London Eye. So we were like, well, let's go do other stuff instead. But didn't get a chance to do that. Been to Vegas a few times, haven't ridden that one either. So maybe I should do that next time I'm there.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the 550 foot tall largest Ferris wheel in the world was in Vegas. I always thought it was the London Eye. There's also one in Seattle that I've never taken the time to ride either. So yeah. All right.
I guess we should go to Vegas.
Funny enough, I got to fly in there on Sunday, so maybe I'll stop by and get on a Ferris wheel, take some pictures for National Ferris Wheel Day. Pretty good. KJ says, biggest I've seen is London Eye. Mel B says, how many birthdays do people have? I have one.
Yeah, I only have one.
Yeah. Mel B, how many birthdays do you have? Sis says, I looked at the London Eye, but the line was way too big. That's kind of what you were saying, right?
Yeah. You got to be committed to ride the London Eye.
All right.
You can news if you wanna.
Here's the story that we're tracking at this hour on this morning radio show that plays games. Earlier, we told you about the Liam Neeson-inspired Homeward Bound-esque story of a dog returning to its original shelter after being away from the shelter for a good amount of time, but being separated from its family and then deciding to ring the doorbell at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Nice.
What a fast-paced summary of a story that I definitely told the truth about. For sure. This one is also from Ben Hooper of UPI. It's about space.
In space. Space.
I think it's still technically in space. This story comes to you courtesy of UPI. A light show over the English Channel had to do with a atmosphere phenomenon. When an asteroid entered the Earth's atmosphere, it was a small asteroid, illuminated the night sky over England and France early Monday morning when it burned up while plunging through Earth's atmosphere. The European Space Agency and NASA's Center for Near-Earth Object Studies said that the object, dubbed SAR 2667 by researchers, had been detected earlier and marked the 7th time in history that an asteroid strike was accurately predicted by scientists. It was seen over the English Channel just before 3 a.m. local time on Monday. Fireball was caught on video from multiple locations as it put on a colorful light show in the sky. The ESA said the asteroid measured about 3.5 feet in diameter before entering the atmosphere.
Nice.
Fireball. Speaking of space, tomorrow on the show we'll talk to Sam LeBlanc, who wrote a story for Space.com about how gravity is translated from the real world into space. We'll have that coming up at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time on tomorrow's Gaming Morning Show. There you go. It's been a fun show so far. I'm pretty happy with it.
Pretty good.
Especially
good first interview.
Go ahead.
That's a good first interview.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Ooh, so close, but in the end, incorrect.
Wow. Did Bob just disagree with you?
I think so.
Bob? Here, just a sec. Let me get clarification. Are you talking about the first interview? Or the fact that it's been a good show so far? Or are you also talking about the fact that that's... Oh. Bob. Bob needs to make an apology. Bob, did you mean anything about what you just said?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
You dummy, Bob.
Sorry, Bob was speaking out of turn. Oh, that would have been sick. Bob is quinky. I don't know, Bob seemed in good spirits earlier, but yeah, just all of a sudden become a grump. Maybe Bob doesn't like carnival rides. That could be what's going on.
Oops, I did it again.
Bob has been known sometimes to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. You like that little move I just put on them? I was like David Beckham in the open field, even though I don't know if David Beckham was at all any good at the open field. As far as I know, it was only bending it.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was well known for bending.
Harry Kane. There you go. Maybe that's it. Oh, I see where Mel B was going. Mel B was saying that there's only one birthday. Everything else is an anniversary of the birth. I got you. I still call it a birthday, but I read that riddle online. Okay. Maybe that's what Bob was disagreeing with. Nice.
Nice work.
I did it! I scored!
Get Sean the assist.
I did, Bob!
Nice.
You know what I did with the assist?
You got it?
I took the assist and I put it on a pancake.
Nice.
Put it on a pancake.
That ball just, that ball just hung up. I had this great angle view. I'm sitting here in this corner, and it just like is half absorbed. It looked like a half moon for a second, just floating there. So, Down says not liking carnival rides. That's fair. That's fair.
Beep boop beep boop.
Bob likes it. If you are playing bingo this morning and you have Bob laughs on your card, you can cross off that bingo square. So, have you tried Bear and Breakfast?
No, I haven't.
The kids right now are playing a game called Bunny Park. Especially Hefty Daughter. Like, my son started with it, and then he got like a How to Train Your Dragon game, so he's been kind of on that lately. But the Bunny Park game is one I found from Wholesome Direct and put in the kids' GameFly queue. And so it wasn't a request of Hefty Daughters. It was just, this is one that I saw. Would you be interested in it? She's like, yeah, I'll try it. And it's basically about making like a safe kind of park, safe home for all the bunnies. And then the bunnies feel like thankful for you. And so they drop coins, and then you can make more cool things in the bunny park. So as far as I understand it.
Kind of sounds similar to Hamster Playground.
It does, and it had like, it was like Stardew. Actually, I think that's what Hefty Sun said. Isn't this Stardew for bunnies? Apparently it is. Yeah. If you haven't followed Wholesome Direct, and that link that we put into the chat earlier for Wit's discussion about the cozy games has some quotes and links to Wholesome Direct too. I'm sorry, somebody, I saw them like get in your way of that goal. I tried to stop them, but I don't know where they went. So
That's it.
It was definitely not me that got in your way. It was somebody else.
No, it's someone.
Yeah. Tried to stop them. Oh my gosh, Panda has a salute emote. I think I need to find that. I'm going to subscribe to somebody so I have a way to salute emotedly. Emotedly?
Half stole your goal, half gave you assist, but was just making sure it went in.
Yeah.
Because I think it was going to bounce in, but...
No, you got to score that. Score that. All right, we got sports coming up after this.
Sports?
When's the last time you went to the fair? Because I know with the pandemic and everything, a lot of people weren't doing things that they usually do.
Right. I don't remember if we've... Did we go in 2021? I know we didn't go this last year.
Okay.
So we might have gone in 2021 as things were calming down, but I don't remember for sure.
Yeah.
Everything blurs together.
Well, and the biggest bummer I had is the year that I wanted to actually go to the fair was in 2019 because Third Eye Blind was playing and all the concerts were free. And we didn't go, and then, you know, everything shut down, which doesn't mean that Third Eye Blind would have come back. I don't know why I related it that way, but, you know, here we are, so, yeah. Yeah, I thought that today was going to be the day that it was finally going to come back to me. Wait, isn't that Oasis?
Yeah,
That's Wonderwall!
This is why Third Eye Blind vowed to never come back to Oregon.
It's because I was standing out in the crowd being play Wonderwall. I was looking at the wrong band. I'm so silly sometimes. All right, there you go. That's Rocket League. In about 30 minutes, we'll play 5 Questions GMS with Awkwardish Panda. Good morning. It is 7:49 West Coast time. It's 10:49 out east. 3:49 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Valentine's Day is Safer Internet Day among some of the days of the day. Extraterrestrial Culture Day, Gold Heart Day, Frederick Douglass Day, International Book Giving Day, and more. You can find all of them in the captions of our YouTube video and our Facebook gaming video. You can also like one of our most recent videos was when we played 5 questions with the creator of the Cute Avalanche Kittens stream. If you've never seen it on Twitch, it is pretty cool, but they have like, you know, video controls where you can move things around. You can look at the cats that you want to look at. They just had their Super Bowl on Sunday, so we had the interview with Sam Proof leading up to that. All right, 7:50. It's time for sports. Sports is always brought to you by King Gray. Please find King Gray on the internet and bringing breakfast tacos to you each and every weekday morning on this morning radio show that plays games. Yesterday, Sean, your Calgary Flames participated in a hockey contest.
No, they didn't.
Okay. Yesterday, your Calgary Flames, for 58 minutes, participated in a hockey contest.
Man. Just... They were so dominant for so much of that game. It's so upsetting.
I actually watched it on the big TV, which I don't often do until maybe we get to like playoff clinching or postseason scenarios. But I told Hefty Son, I was like, hey, I want to watch the third period on the TV. So get to about 15 minutes left, or sorry, 15 minutes in, 5 minutes left. Hefty wife had even asked me, how's the game going? I was like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's actually going pretty well. They scored the first goal. We've scored 3 in a row. Everything's fine. Go into my office to sit down and prepare some things for today's show and whatnot. And the Senators scored 2 goals in a 45-second span to tie the game with 1.5 minutes to go. And then with 1:55 left, scoring overtime. So.
So disappointing.
Who has more? Do you have more assists
Let's check the Sports.Gaming assists needed counter.
left to get in Rocket League? Or do the Flames have more overtime losses this year?
More overtime losses.
Correct.
It's their 11th of the year. So. Meanwhile, Arizona beat Nashville 4-2, Detroit over Vancouver 6-1, Florida in a shootout 2-1 win at Minnesota, and Chris M. Yee's Los Angeles Kings a 5-2 win over the Buffalo Sabres at the Crypto.com Arena. In the NFL, Colts have hired Shane Steichen. The Indianapolis Colts bring in the Eagles offensive coordinator. So Lucas Mike on yesterday's show said that they're going to lose both their coordinators. At least they were Mike's half right so far, as the offensive coordinator goes to coach the Colts. Okay. Last thing to report, pitchers and catchers report soon. Padres signed veteran Michael Wacha to add some pitching depth for the start of training camp.
I sure hope he doesn't walk a bunch of batters.
Yeah. I remember when Michael Wacha was pitching in front of all the Muppets. Fonzie was a big fan. Fonzie? Fozzie.
Yeah, Fonzie's Happy Days.
And then, of course, more gun violence news. Michigan State yesterday. This is in the sports segment just because I saw the headline. It reminded me to remember that 3 people died yesterday. There was an active shooter on the Michigan State campus. 5 more were injured on Monday evening. This is from Matt Norlander of CBS Sports. A campus-wide shelter-in-place order was issued but lifted hours later. Confirmed that the shooter died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. All campus activities have been canceled for 48 hours. So, didn't mean to necessarily end the sports segment with that, but that's, I mean, even on this show, with Mike O, Emeritus, had family who are big fans of the University of Michigan, and then, of course, main rivals. I think we've even had someone in our audience who went to Michigan State. Third-degree connections or whatever the case may be, but it's still a topic that continues to stupidly happen every single day in this country. So, disappointing to hear, and lots of lives lost. So, yeah. So, all right. It's a good time for a break because we can step away, come back, get ready for the final hour crew. I will play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. Very excited to have our second interview today. We're going to talk to Awkwardish Panda about the Fiends of Fairwick Kickstarter that's happening. We're going to play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. We've hit 1,000+ balloons in that game. Happy Patreon subiversary to Dr. Chick, Wallstormer. I am Jeff Downs. Hey, it's Brendan, and look, it's Mike O. If you would like to become a Patreon subscriber, you can. Patreon.com/GamingMorningShow. Also, thank you to Riot for subscribing to our YouTube page. We will have our YouTube videos of today's interviews posted sometime this week on YouTube.com/GamingMorningShow. Nice chat. Good morning to Chrissy Icky. Thank you for being here.
Nice chat.
Happy new Apex Legends Day. More to come. Sean and Hefty. It's Gaming Morning Show for Tuesday, February 14th, 2023 on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, GamingMorningShow.tv.
All the dreams that you in chains. All this time with you, I took the pain. Knew that it was wrong to stay. So I told myself I'd walk away. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna